What do you got for us today?
I actually got to confess, I only want free swag, so I didn't realize that I was gonna get selected. But no, I'm actually originally from Mexico, which is mostly Catholic.
Yeah.
So I grew up Catholic, obviously, and in a household that's Catholic, and then moved to Oklahoma City, being a teenager, and continuing being Catholic / Christian / whatever. Yeah. But what I found once I came out as an atheist is very difficult to stay sane, to stay heathen in such a conservative state. I'm sure a lot of locals can say the same thing that I'm saying, that it drives me nuts, absolutely nuts, when people are like, oh, that's what God intended or whatever. I'm like, how the hell do you know that's what I want to hear? Like, that doesn't make me feel better. And I'm a parent also, so one of the things that I found extremely difficult is finding a non-Christian childcare in Oklahoma City. That is a good one. And it's something that nobody really talks about. I looked up online, et cetera, and it was extremely frustrating. I finally gave in, and I'm monitoring, what they say, what they do on a daily basis. But how do you? So being in Texas, and I know Austin is, it's different, whatever.
It's the bubble.
Yeah,
it's weird. The blue bubble.
But in Texas and Oklahoma, like, how does one stay sane to just being completely attacked on a daily basis, really? So anyway, thank you.
Absolutely.
Welcome to this atheist convention. Step 1 to staying sane. Woo! Yeah. It's a good question. So as far as the specific point of the childcare, if it helps at all, lots of members of my family or people that I know as well have that problem all the time, and some of them live in what could be considered even more religious-y places than Oklahoma, if you can believe that they exist. That's actually the easiest thing to believe, is like, oh yeah, religious people get more religious than whatever you've imagined. Just wait. Just wait. Just sit, do nothing, it'll get worse. No, as far as staying sane, that's the whole community aspect. That's us coming here. In general, I don't know, Eric, do you have anything in general, or should we get specific? How do you, Eric Murphy, stay sane in a world full of religious people? In a world full of religious people.
In a world.
One man struggles with his sanity. His name, Eric Murphy. I mean,
I tell you what I do. I go to the ACA. And I'll tell you what I did when I wasn't around the ACA.
1507 West Koenig Lane.
Tried to find other people. And what keeps me going is everyone that we're looking at. It's all of you. That's what keeps it going, is every single time that, especially with this show, every single time I hear the cosmological argument for the existence of God. You hear it 10 million times, and it's the 10 millionth time for you, but it's the first time for somebody when that person comes up to you and says, hey, you know what? I actually just got out of this hyper-religious community. I have no one, and I felt like I was at home here. Yeah. That is powerful. That's how I keep going. I can put up with people on the outside when I know that I'm helping at least a little bit to make this world just a little more secular and help inspire a couple more heathens to stand up and say, it's okay, I want to be counted.
Yeah. That is a big part of it. I feel like I know the same is true for you because I know you very well, but being able to hear from people like, oh yeah, no, it was really helpful that you had to deal with the same BS that I have to deal with every day, and someone saying like, oh, everything has a cause, and every cause has a cause, so then there had to be a first cause. That cause is Jesus, come join my church, or whatever it is. It's like, oh yeah, I watched you have to deal with that in public where millions of people could watch you, and watching you suffer helped me. So that's what gets us through the show. That's why we do this. It's not because we are, masochists or whatever. But one of the things that helps me generally as far as an approach to life that dealing with all of the BS, religious and not, is taking life as seriously as it deserves, right? So one of the few things that Christopher Hitchens said that stuck with me that I don't know anyone else that it stuck with is that at one point it may have been Stephen Fry. I don't remember. Some British dude who was saying something smart on television one time, who was also an atheist, was talking about how it's important to be able to be serious about things that are silly and to be able to be silly about things that are serious. And that's why, even though right now I'm at the 2018 National Convention of American Atheists, and a show that I just started, that this is the 18th episode of ever that's really taking off, that could, you know, mark a complete change in my life in a positive direction after the last 6 months of my life have watched every other aspect of my life fall apart, and this is a big opportunity, and it's a huge turning point, and it's a linchpin. Even though this is a very serious thing, and I'm trying to do something very serious that lays the groundwork for the rest of it, I'm wearing a plaid jacket and a sequin rainbow trilby, because,
This is the image of a man who's reached the end of the road, ladies and gentlemen.
And decided
and
that I
burning.
should find a friend and build as much road as I can.
All right, we have time.
See, that's what it's like to be high-roaded. Now you know.
I think we have time for one more question.